Sharp Edges by countingcom.com. Special package. Could not wait to get to the studio. Could not wait. It's going to be great. Have been waiting a while for this one. Oh my goodness gracious. Looks freaking amazing. Amazing! I present to you the left-hand drive Hobby of Hours watch. Come on, focus. Don't focus on me, focus on that beauty. Ba-bam! What is going on? Very special episode. It's almost like an episode before an episode, because the subject we're going to touch upon tonight is going to be precursor to a larger one that I'll probably have with, I don't know, maybe Ricardo, probably. And that is the subject of modding, and modding as it drifts into the prospect of making a tribute watch, a homage watch, an F watch, even with this little beauty right here. It has taken me quite a long while to even scratch at the surface of this video for a number of reasons. You know my policy on F watches. I don't agree with them. I think that you can have an excellent watch at $10. You can have an excellent watch at $100,000. And frankly, all points in between. But I wanted to get into some of the modding sector. I've modded my Cartier, I modded my Tudor, FXD, LHD, MOD by D and Friends. I should say that is a trademark or patent pending. So it's a good bit of fun changing a watch around. And this one is a little bit different. It's kind of like more of a ground up build. Now, I didn't build it myself. I do not have the steadiness of hands, let alone the ability to generate dials. This is a major shout out to Parody Mods. Link in the description to his Instagram. And I think I probably got snagged by one of his Facebook ads for one of his super cool relax mods that he does. I'll put up some footage of it. And he makes these modifications to watches, and they are emulative of the Rolex pieces, but they're not pretending to be Rolex pieces. The dial content is totally different, and it is clearly not a Rolex. So where do we draw the lines in the sand, Steinhardt? I'm looking at you. Or any other brand that kind of borrows on the interest and the design language. It's not an easy subject. It's a curious one, and it's one I want to explore with a buddy, which is why I'm saving perhaps the bulk of the discussion for my buddy and I to explore. But I wanted to share this watch because he did such a great job with it. I saw his mods, his Parody Mods, and I was like, hey, I wrote to him, like, hey, I have a small YouTube channel, and I was kind of thinking of getting one of these watches. I cannot yet get my hands on a Sprite. Would you do me up a left-hand drive GMT with green, black, and white colorways? And he was like, yeah, sure, I can do that. And I was I sent him my artwork. I had to modify my logo a little bit because in the logo it's a font. Urban Jungle, great font, but it's very detailed, and when you shrink that up, you kind of have to tighten up some of the lines on it. And he put that on it, put some other funny text in there as well, which is GMT babaam super duper chronometer officially batical. So, and it's all in a similar looking font to what would normally be there, and it's an amazing watch. It's keeping great time. It's an NH34 movement, which is a workhorse of a GMT movement. So it's keeping amazing time. And, you know, it's got a bit of that Sprite look until I can actually get one of my AD friends to deliver on it. I could possibly use this as a golf watch. It is unidirectional. I really rather wish it was bi-directional because it is a GMT, but completely okay. Matches my colorways. It's on the strap that Rose City give me, which is a dark, very, very dark green strap at the moment. Came on a great bracelet. It does have that Rolex style case back where it's got those little ridges, so you need a special tool to get up in there. I have that tool. I don't need to regulate it. It's operating amazing out of the box. So 2 messages here. One, if you've got a really cool company name or logo, you can get a really cool watch. In fact, I did a mock-up for Big C, Chad. I'll insert a photo of it. I was like, Big C, I could make this watch happen for you if you want it. He's like, you should make it, buy it, and then give it to me. And I was like, I don't think you know how business works. But I still might do it. We'll see. I just think it'd be kind of cool. It's more or less a Coke with his logos, which are red and black and white. But dude, Parody Mods, sir, you did some amazing work, and it's such a funny thing to have, you know, this YouTube channel, which is such a bit of joy, and we're small, but we're dutiful and growing, and to have so much swag and shirts and whatever. I'm going to do an episode about how I got into doing that, because there's this amazing website, printify.com, that made it so easy. So even if you don't have like a startup business or whatever, maybe you just want to do some cool shirts for your softball team, it's amazingly easy to do it and highly cost affordable. But guess what? I am coming along into the mod business with my very first Hobby of Hours watch, and I absolutely adore it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And even if I do or don't get the Rolex Sprite, for which this is based upon, I love this watch. And I think it's okay to own, operate, and to have made it. This is not pretending to be something other than it is. And that's an interesting debate I'm looking to explore some. I think it was Oisin O'Malley who put it one way, where he was trying to grapple with the subject, and like, if you own a real Rolex Submariner, he said it's okay for you to own a replica, an F version of it, for the nights when you go out to the pub. You don't want to wear your real watch because you're going out and who knows what's going to happen. And I have to say, I kind of like that idea. But if you're someone who buys those replicas to fool people into thinking that you own the real thing, I think that's the hazard of it from an interpersonal communication standpoint. But there's also the conduits for criminal masterminds and supporting that industry, which is in the background of it. You don't feel it because you're just getting it on, you know, some side street of a major city. But those things are funding criminal enterprise, and that's something you probably do not want to be associated with. This one here, I'm fairly certain, is not doing that. This is a Seiko movement put into a case, and you know, he had it printed with my logo on it, so it's kind of cool. It's an interesting debate. It's one I'm looking to explore, and I'm certainly interested in hearing what you have to say on the matter. So please leave me a comment on it, what you think about the hobbyofhours.com GMT. It's actually not for sale. I can't imagine anyone would want to buy one other than me. But if you do, let me know. We'll sort you out. But to be fair, it is a one of one and is on my wrist, and I absolutely adore it. Stay tuned for the exploration of replicas, F watches, homage watches, tributes, and all points in between. And Steinhardt, we're coming for you, but not in a bad way. Steinhardt has got some really interesting watches, and they're starting to do more of their own design language. They make a good watch, a quality watch. I just wish they had some more of their own design language that is of their own. But they've got some really funny spins on Rolex designs. And they're doing a lot in titanium, which Rolex is only beginning to dip its toe in. And my buddy Ricardo picked up their Batman GMT in titanium, which is a watch I've bandied about for a while, and I'm actually the one who pushed him into getting it because I wanted it, and I probably still should get one. I don't know. I love titanium watches, you know that. But I am blathering on as usual. Today's episode is strictly about the Hobby of Ours GMT left-hand drive, Sprite inspired. Sprite conspired, I should say. Anyway, we'll see if we can get ourselves a Sprite. Well, between now and then, hope that wherever you are in this wonderful, beautiful hobby of ours, that you're doing well, that you're blessed. We will catch you in the next one. Peace. Pick up a book. 1001 Watch Designs, Volume 1. We've got line art, oil paintings, steampunk, and even super duper realistic ones. Ones that you could probably put on your wrist today. It's a good bit of fun and a great way to share your support. Thanks for coming along on the ride.